advertising industry in Pakistan is $1.75 billion, primarily controlled by the TV channels. और हम सबको पता है TV channels का कितना बड़ा माफिया है. तो if you're reporting reveals an untransparent business practice of theirs, उनके लिए मुश्किल बिल्कुल नहीं है तो आपको उठाना and getting you disappear. Because my name is Babar Javed. I'm the advertising reporter at Profit, and I'm here at the GNMI training session for entrepreneurial journalism. The question I was asked was, what is my unique skilling proposition in the field of journalism? And it's very simple. It's the fact that from 2007 to 2014, I worked in various brand strategy roles with advertising agencies, IT companies, and fashion organizations, building their brands, building their audiences, and doing their PR and other aspects of the work. I pivoted to journalism around 2017, primarily in Singapore, and I recently came back to Pakistan after COVID. My unique selling proposition as an advertising reporter in Pakistan is, first of all, I have a niche audience. There's 400,000 people in the entire country that identify themselves as members of the advertising and the marketing fraternity. So in that we have a niche audience and a very high net worth audience that is employed and is working at media agencies and advertising and creative agencies. So that's point number one. Point number two is, because I come from that industry background and I have practical experience, when I do the reporting, I can also do analysis and I can also do foresight. And it's happened. I have a 99% track record of being right about some things that I predict, and those are based off common sense and based off observations. So having practical experience in the beat that I'm working at, that I'm reporting on, and then reporting on that beat, I can not only report the news, but I can also mention why this happened, what's the background of the business decision deals, what is the rationale behind it, and then produce reports and analyses that allow people to understand that how they can replicate the same results. So for example, if I put out a report that says that, I'm giving an example, Unilever gives IG Square $10 million worth of business, I can put out a report that explains what is it about IG Square that makes them uniquely capable to handle that business and uniquely capable to be awarded that business. And so I have no competition in the country of Pakistan. There's a couple of publications here and there that for a smattering of issues they'll cover the advertising industry, but I am dedicatedly part of the advertising industry's coverage beat. And so while there's no competition and there's a high potential in the market, the readership and the analytics proves that the audience is there. It's just a matter of monetizing them in a very smart way, which I'm currently doing as well. And that's what the business canvas I'll be presenting will be reflecting as well. Thank you.
And you have named yourself something like a living journalist?
Every time an advertising journalist or a media journalist in Pakistan every time a reporter in Pakistan has attempted to cover the advertising and the media beat, because there's sort of a mafia around the media and advertising beat, whether it be broadcasters or it be advertising agencies. Investigative work is kind of risky, as all work in Pakistan is quite risky, and there have been many instances where reporters have been picked up, have been disappeared, and have simply resigned from their position as advertising reporters. So either that's threats, or that's factual disappearances that turn out to be deaths at the end of the day, led by the large media houses in Pakistan, because the advertising industry in Pakistan is $1.75 billion, primarily controlled by the TV channels. और हम सबको पता है TV channels का कितना बड़ा माफिया है. तो if you're reporting reveals an untransparent business practice of theirs, उनके लिए मुश्किल बिल्कुल नहीं है तो आपको उठाना and getting you disappear. Because we know which TV channels are pro-state and we know which TV channels are anti-state. So they have their networks of making people disappear. The reason maybe that has not happened to me so far, alhamdulillah, is because I have an alternative monetization model around analysis. So those people who would maybe be behind the disappearances are reading my reports to understand how they can survive in the future. So it's in their best interest not to just make me disappear. Maybe that's the reason why. Otherwise, it could be that my audience is people who run the largest advertising agencies in Pakistan, and maybe they've told the bad actors not to hurt me in any way. Again, I don't know the reason why I'm still alive, but at this point in time, I'm the only living advertising journalist in Pakistan, the rest of whom have either disappeared or resigned or have been found dead in some ditch. I mean, astaghfirullah, buri baat hai and all that. I'm smiling about it. You smile kar rahi hain. Lekin that's the reality of the situation. Ke I have no competition in the market at this exact point in time. Lekin बहुत potential है. दिन पे दिन 100 stories cover करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, but I'm only able to cover 3. So obviously there's a huge opportunity. अगर आप इस field में आने चाहते हैं, then I can obviously help you out with stories and I can put you in touch with various people. I don't mind the competition at all. ज़्यादा competition होगा, that will make me get better. वरना मैं अकेले काम कर रहा हूँ तो I have no मेरे एक ड्राइव तो है, इंटरनल ड्राइव तो है, लेकिन एक पॉइंट आता है पे बंदा कहता है कि I could have done this better and if only at some point I felt like I was competing against. So reach out to me, babarkj@gmail.com. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. On Twitter, I'm at babarkj. I have my own Substack where I write research reports. It's babar.substack.com. Reach out to me, ask for help, and I'll happily help you get to where I am right now as well. Because the niche audience is where the money is, and going after the masses is not where the money is. The real money is going after a niche audience that's employed, that's making a lot of money, and so they have the money to pay you as a journalist one-on-one, as opposed to have advertising revenue monetization kar rahe hain.